very good defensively and the first half, and then kind of carried over to the start of the second half, and then just you're not playing good defensively. It's just hard to get in a rhythm offensively because it just seems like everything's going wrong. So
when it came down to crunch time, it's veteran guys that kind of stepped up today. Just what that's just being seasoned guys, or just the way the game shook out, or
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's the way conference play goes. I mean, going into half, we knew they had energy hitting that last-minute shot. So coming out, we knew they would have that energy, and I think, like Bill said, we just, even though they're still making shots on the defensive end, they were shooting a lot of mid-range. They were making mid-range, but those aren't easy shots. So I think that's kind of what helped us out there.
I think it was kind of shock for some of the freshmen because conference is a whole different deal, and like teams scout you the whole week, and it's a lot more intense. And I think they found out tonight that it's just like they know for next game what to prepare for and how it's going to be.
you were kind of last 2-3 games were shooting them well from 3-point. Tonight you were. What happened?
I mean, it's just the same thing I always do. Like I think I take a lot from JJ Redick. He's a really good shooter in the NBA, and it's just no matter how it's going, you just got to consistently keep doing exactly like your routine. And if you don't try to change anything, because that could just make it worse. So just keep doing your routine and keep grinding through it. And my teammates still look for me to shoot the ball, and I think coach gets mad when I don't shoot the ball, like when I'm trying to look for other people when I'm open. But so they have the confidence in me, so that really helps me just to be able to be confident and shoot the ball.
This looked like Loudon's back now, right?
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Hopefully, I'm trying.
This was, just talk about tonight, just how it felt after going through all this to just get out there and just let it rip.
No, absolutely. I mean, it felt great. Getting in against Toledo last week was a big part of it. You know, I got my win back a little bit. But I didn't shoot any free throws last week in the game in total, like 28 minutes. Didn't attempt one, so it was big to get to the line here tonight. Thankfully, my teammates were making them, even though we didn't shoot a great percentage. But that's the one other thing I think if I can get back to that going in, then we'll be all right.
Was this your first dunk over a guy in a game?
No, but he got out the way, I think.
You watched the video before the game? He dunks on somebody.
Right.
Yeah, man, pay attention.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I thought you told me once that you didn't have one. Right?
No, not like in a full court scenario. No way. I'm not
right.
athletic enough for that.
All right. Sorry.
Bill, usually Green Bay has teams playing their tempo, but tonight it looks like you guys had them playing your tempo.
Yeah, we really we play fast too now. It's completely different than last year. We played pretty slow last year, but we were trying to push the pace because we have a lot of subs and guys that can just go play fast. So they were really classing offensive glass, and it helps a lot when he's back because he can kind of clean up the glass, and then we can get out and run. And it's really good for us to be able to run because we get a lot of easy shots, and we're looking for a lot of transition too because that's probably our best offense as well.
And it's good that this team has a lot of depth because when you guys were out, they were still playing good.
Yeah, I think we get better defensively. I think as we go to our bench, Trey Calvin when he's locked in, he's one of the best defenders I've seen. He's like kind of reminds me of Mark Hughes. He's got really good hands and stuff like that. And then all the Jordan coming in, he's a great leader. He knows what he's doing. He's a communicator. He's physical, and like he does a lot of the dirty stuff. And so it just helps to have good defenders come off the bench as well.
You were mentioning earlier about the young guys don't know these conference games. What is it about what's the difference in these conference games?
I mean, you scout each other. Everybody knows each other. I mean, the upperclassmen, you all know each other. You know who you like, who you don't like, whose game you despise, and whatnot. And at the same time, people know how to expose and who to expose on defense, as we saw tonight. And that, yeah. So it's just that makes it different, but also just the physicality, because they know, like everyone knows, the refs can't blow the whistle for 40 minutes straight. And I think once the younger guys get a hold of that, because they will, as we saw early on, they were playing well in non-conference. As soon as they get embrace that, they'll be playing great for us.
I would never ask you guys anything about the officiating, but is it kind of tough sometimes to get in the flow when the game's choppy like that?
I mean, early on, I know there was a lot of fouls, but they weren't on us. They were more on them. So in that case, it's good for us. Obviously, if we were on the road, it'd be a different story. It'd be more frustrating, but it was good for us to get to the line early.
I think it just matters if it's just like the same throughout the whole game. Like they can't just be calling ticky-tacky fouls and then later in the game just not do that. Like it just has to be the same, and then I have really no problem with it. But it's just, I mean, they're really physical, and they're trying to be really physical with us because we're a pretty physical team, so they got fouls on them too.
If you have a feel about every team, like what's the deal with Green Bay, or what do you know?
For me?
Yeah, for both of you guys.
I mean, a lot of capable guards. They play at a fast pace. They get it and go, and it's really up and down. That's when he was talking about us playing our pace. That was a big key for us. There were times we got sped up, but then being able to bring it down after a few transitions and change the tempo up is a big key. Big key.
I mean, I know the guys really well. I was supposed to transfer there actually, and then so
Really?
yeah, and so I know their staff pretty well, and I know a lot of their players like Cody Schwartz. I grew up playing with throughout high school, and Chevalier I grew up playing with as well. So it's like I know all those guys really well.
When you were gonna transfer, did you actually go there and take a visit?
No, I didn't, but I knew Coach Herbst, their assistant coach, really well. He recruited me out of high school, so I knew him really well.
Yeah, the one kid, Davis because he's from here, he had a big cheering section down
Oh
there,
yeah,
and then-
yeah. He's a nice kid. He's pretty talkative. He's making a lot of tough shots tonight too, so it's good.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Bill, I was just gonna ask you that, because I've never asked you this. You mentioned you almost went to Green Bay. What swayed you to Wright State?
It's just kind of like Coach Sargent kept calling me. Honestly, he called me probably once every day, and it was just like pestering me. And it's like, did I really want to go close to home? Like, because I mean, it's 3 hours away from where I'm from, but it's still closer to home than here. And so it's just like, I kind of wanted to go with a culture like we have here and the guys here, and you know,
Most days we're happy we have them.
most days
Yeah.
when I'm not annoying him in the apartment.
The fans make you feel at home, right?
Oh, especially when we go to Green Bay, we'll see. Like I had a whole section last year that had signs with like 40 people, and it's always fun to go play up there too.
There was a couple times today you two found each other too. I remember Loudon found you out on the corner on the free. A couple times he dished to you, right?
Yeah, I mean we
Yes,
play together a lot, and, and
It's just
we're
the
good
way it
friends.
goes.
I think it makes it easier because a lot of guys on the teams, it makes it easier to trust them because we're good friends and we know them. Like we know they're gonna make good decisions, and so I think it just makes it easier for us to trust each other.
Loudon, you and Billy know that you guys in Northern Kentucky, you guys have the bullseye on your back, so you have to come out every game because in this league you just never know.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna everyone's best. You wanna go?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before this game last year. We lost our first home game, and it's kind of what I tried to say to the guys before this game. The past 2 years, we've been at the end of conference play, waiting to see if we'd have an automatic bid to NIT or something, see if we won the regular season, to see who wins and who loses. This year, I think we should just be controllers of our own destiny, not worry about that stuff, worry about what we can do, and just embrace every single game so we're not in that position anymore. Because we're capable of it, and we got the pieces, absolutely, we got the coaches, and definitely we got the environment.